Was listening to a nice little speech by Trump. Sounded like your boy, Law Scandalous, who likes to do those videos where he, weird motherfucker, talks about beefing with people. I remember he was talking about targeting the Skid Row area for a friendly fade. Funny ass dude. Anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. The problem is that I'm crowned by Baron Samedi. And over the weekend, I have been trying to get crowned by somebody else. Thor. Aphrodite is a very good goddess to be under. She's very, very nice and really tried sincerely to help me out in the spirit plane. I'm going to say this right now. Do not deal with Baron Samedi. His real name is Billy Baille. I believe his real name while alive was Benoit, or that could be an ancestor of his. Reverend Benoit was, hey, how y'all guys doing? My pastor when I was a child growing up. You know, my family, how y'all brothers doing? My family sees going to church at around the time of 4 years old. I was always an independent thinker. Speaking of my family, let me show you my parents, Linda Williams, Napoleon Williams, Kristen Williams, and Carrie Williams. Let me tell you about their fate, going back to that timeline. How you doing, brother? August the 22nd, 2022. Turn off your boy. I try not to sound schizophrenic in my videos, but the subject matter makes it hard otherwise. Anyways, with that being said, within your body system, you have two sets of consciousnesses. You got the crown chakra. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, sir? How you doing, miss? And as a very smart, intelligent shaman, Master Seal, who I saw a long time ago to try to get this shit off, you know, there's a saying, don't be listening to these entities, you know, because the more you listen to these entities, the more they bring you and pull you into the spirit plane. And I look back at my old videos when I was at the shelter on Figueroa, which was very good for helping me break free. And I'm just gonna say it right now. I look fucking schizophrenic. The shit that I'm facing, the shit that I'm dealing with is real, but I look schizophrenic as a motherfucker. With that being said, you have two sets of consciousnesses. You got your crown chakra consciousness up here, and then you have within your heart chakra your consciousness. So if one consciousness up here fails, you get the second consciousness to beauty. A buddy. Now I hear these things saying, I feel these things sadistically tearing apart my heart chakra as I fucking speak. I got to get this shit off because they got me dependent on the very roach attachments that make your ass miserable and fuck up your consciousness, even though they've been helping out. For a Batman, you know, this is a terrible curse because these things, the shit that I'm dealing with, spirits are real. Roach attachments, which I believe the CIA and all of them deploy to go after people. All of that shit is real. Because they're super sensitive and they're stealth. You know, like I said before, this is a debt curse that masquerades as schizophrenia, and that's fucking scary, because you can't just tell anybody, including spiritual workers, what you're facing unless they're very cognizant of it. That's why I started coming up with frequency to defeat this, because in the past when I would play these games, them motherfuckers would have me looking fucking crazy. But I can literally feel entity attachments in my crown chakra being ripped off. With that being said, the roach attachments themselves were showing me, you know, I'm trying to get an understanding of what the fuck is going on. Don't go to Billy Baille. The fuck is Ruly. I'm going to find out their real names, drop docs, leg wall, all that nigga shit. I can't fuck with it. His real name is Salazar. Elizondo Salazar. And look, I'm going to show you this article that was done on, that was done by me years ago, in which I talk about meeting XXX Tentacion in the spirit plane. And it's funny, too, because they showed his grave, and what I was shown of his grave looks exactly like what I saw in the spirit plane. I'm not a big fan of the guy for some strange reason. I don't like the kid. I didn't like him, but I gained more respect for him in the spirit plane when I saw him. You know, not when I saw him, but after all of this, and when I saw him. You know, as a matter of fact, I, found out in the spirit plane, he's, as I saw years ago, he's stuck in hell realms. You could use 125 hertz, 1185 hertz. Hey! And, those are 2 hertzes to get people out of hell realms, and 156 hertz to break people free from spirit jars. It also helps if you concentrate on the pictures of the people. That's why in a lot of spiritual practices, they'll ask for the pictures of the person so you can concentrate and try to help them out. When I would do that, these things actively working through Billy Baille, Baron Samedi, I believe it's spelled Baille, would block it and put like a clear block on it. But I'm going to show you XXX Tentacion's, whatchamacallit, his grave. And I'm going to also show you an article in which I did, talking about how, it's a wet book, turn 2024, was planning on putting me in the hell realm so she could use my capabilities to become the next Santa Muerte. And I kept getting like a Selena, Quintanilla, Lover, but it's supposed to be somewhere back it actually exists. I'm trying to figure out who she is. I saw somebody with red hair. It's a physical person. I kind of wonder if it's the one at that Santa Muerte shop on 8th that I visited years ago. I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, with that being said, your consciousness also lies in your heart chakra. Now, this is what I was shown of my parents. I know on August the 22nd, 2022, something happened. It happened on the night, how you doing, sir? Of August the 21st, 2022. Where, from what I understand, in the morning, so that would be the 22nd, I got taken out of my body by a very, very nefarious entity attachment by the name of Alex Nascimento, whose real name, I think, while alive, he was turned into a roach attachment, was Bautista. And for him, I've been using Florida water. And another entity I'm trying to think of, I believe it's Satan, if I'm not mistaken. Supposedly. But with that being said, from what I understand, I got taken out of my body by these 2 evil entities. As a matter of fact, I found out that Alex Nascimento is connected to and is related to the devil himself. The devil himself, who is over all of the devils. We all, as I've talked about in videos before, got entity attachments and roach attachments residing in us of the Ars Goetia demons, as well as the Baphomet. So it's nothing to really be fearful of. As a matter of fact, they come in to protect you when outside demons come in to try to fuck you up and provoke you. And the devil's name is Simon Laban. That's Alex Nascimiento's higher self, or Dan Ariola. I'm trying to figure it out. It's pretty. Anyways, with that being said, I was shown, I'm going to say it right now before I get into that. You know, I'm going to say ever since then, it's like I've been getting closer and closer to death. Like, you know, I feel like my consciousness is in the astral plane. And I saw in the spirit plane, I was shown too, and I felt it, everything. That Billy Baille, my entity attachment of He-Kate, another thing I wanted to mention too is going back to that Santa Muerte thing. They keep trying to make me a sacrifice for Zendaya by having her steal my He-Kate, my entity attachment of her, because I'm supposed to become the next He-Kate. So, you know, I've been saying for years I'm supposed to be some incarnated God. And they connected, they keep giving her entity attachments of her over to her without my permission. You know, all of this shit. I even talked about the soul swapping way before this. None of this shit I consented to. As a matter of fact, I had Alex Nascimento come with a skeletal version of myself that I guess had been stuck in the hell realm. You know, I'm going to say this right now. I can't stand Billy Baille because he set me up to be a sacrifice my entire fucking life. Started me off with a shopping cart when I was a little bitty baby. You know, if you have strong spiritual powers and abilities, don't deal with him. Because he's going to try to put Alex Nascimento in your consciousness to destroy, fuck you up, and cause you to do shit against your will you don't want to do, so he can use that as justification to destroy you. As a matter of fact, Billy Baille got permission from God, Baron Samedi, to do all of that, but, you know, he went through the process of becoming a God. Him and his highest self, whose name is Don Toliver. It's a white guy who looks like the KFC man, but there's ways to withdraw that. But anyways, he gave my entity attachment of He-Kate over to him and keep allowing them to drain my my powers and abilities and give it over to her so she could steal my birthright to become the next He-Kate. You know, this is some really, really fucked up savage shit that I'm spiritually involved in that I never consented to. I'm like an innocent in this motherfucker. Me and them roach attachments, to an extent, they're the only things trying to help my ass out. But it gets irritating because they open up your consciousness wide fucking open. And that's just how they operate, but they're the only help I got. Within us lives roach attachments and entity attachments. I remember seeing the entity attachments when I was a small child that build you up. With that being said, I was shown by these roach attachments that my family here, again, Napoleon Williams, Linda Williams, my name is Raven Nicole Williams, but my brother Kristen Williams, who was a firefighter, and my brother Kerry Williams, who was a truck driver. I remember, now that I think about it, before this curse commenced, Billy Baille promising to put my brother Kristen in a nice hell realm, even though total fucking innocent, like beautiful, he was a beautiful child, like godlike, in a hell realm where he repeatedly dies the same death over and over again. Like, why fucking do that? Why tear up a nice family? Him and his higher self, Don Toliver, need to be eliminated from the spirit world. I'll tell you what's his crutch. 5,300 hertz, 5,000 hertz, as well as quinine. You can use that to fuck him up. You know, he keeps putting in, because this curse gets really fucking deep and fucked up. entity attachments of Madonna, making her my higher self, making anybody who sacrificed me my higher selves, and putting me under excruciating curses. You can use 8127 hertz to remove a curse, but with a curse like what I'm facing, it gets very intricate, and you have to remove entity attachments or else you're fucked. That's how much it gets. And I have to have something that crowns me, that protects me. God isn't enough. The way it works is your connection to God is connected to whoever crowns you. That's why I've been having the problem breaking free of this curse, because I got crowned by Billy Baille bearing Samedi. So that's the problem. One of my ancestors even tried crowning me under Santa Muerte. But I'm looking more at, either Thor or Aphrodite. Because I can't deal with them contemptuous ass little nigga gods. I'm just going to say it like that, with contempt. I can't. Knowing what I spiritually know. Anyways, within your heart chakra are connected, it is your consciousness. And you're connected to your ancestors. You have entity attachments of your ancestors living within. But anyways, I was shown entity attachments of my family. Again, Napoleon Williams, Linda Williams, Brian Williams, Kristen Williams, Carrie Williams, and myself. I was shown that they were stuck in hell realms. Let me show you my people. And the most excruciating hell realms at that. Hell realms where, I experienced this right when the curse commenced. And I remember, my curse is so fucking bad. Other entities that plague people, like shadow people, were coming to help me out and show me exactly what awaits me on the other side. They were like, we'll put you under our curse, because that's some evil ass shit. They currently have my parents tied down to a vat where in the 6th or the 4th or the 5th dimension, those are the dimensions where you experience pain. They call the 7th dimension 7th heaven, because you no longer experience pain, where they constantly have roaches going in and out of them, eating them up from within, and they feel the pain. The entities that were plaguing another woman, causing her addiction, causing her to babble, they were showing me one night in the spirit plane what awaits. And I woke up in such an excruciating situation. This shit cores you out, them roach attachments, because that's why my eyes, I look like a fucking crackhead. You saw me, I work out at Planet Fitness. I can lift up 75 pounds, a 75-pound dumbbell. I drink a lot of water, I drink iced tea, I stay away from soda. I stay, that prostitution shit, that was a curse put on me by Billy Baille. He likes to bestow that upon women who are highly intelligent and manipulate your spiritual DNA to have you have, it was something D, but to have you have mental retardation. So you can't figure your way out of a paper bag or out of the curse, or you can't figure out what's going on. That's one aspect of the curse that's a blessing, because it showed me what this nigger has in store. And it's not nice. It's not nice. Anyways, I was shown my brother Carrie, who made a deal with my Satan. I remember seeing it during the time in which Astral World, I need to complete that. I haven't been able to do that because it's been so much going on up here. Was based on. In that timeline, where what he did was he took my whole soul out my body. That's what they did with Kanye West. That's what they did with Adele. Again, look at the pictures. That's what they did with Zuckerberg. That's what they did with poor Jeff Bezos. I heard that he was in the fourth dimension, trying to break free, stuck in the roach realm where he could not physically see him, but he can feel him. And it's where he's at. Like through my third eye, when I ask where I'm at, I keep seeing astral plane. For him, they keep showing, for him, it's just like with Wendy Williams. They make it look like the third dimension and it isn't. Same thing with with somebody else who got taken out of his body. You can look and tell this ain't him, because he's hot. He looks a lot better. What's that? Matthew McConaughey. You can see that that's not him. You can tell, obviously, that's not him. He got taken out of his body after one drunk night by an ancestor who wanted his blessings. And he looks like your boy from Talking Heads, the lead singer from the 80s. Anyways, with that being said, I was shown their fate in that timeline. And I was shown a big fat white girl who Billy Baille and them two people who put this evil shit on me. I actually got three people. I got like a Nicholas Boudreaux or Bedron or a Native American. And Ingrid Hybert. Also, when I listened to the tapes, when these people first started calling me during the curse, I got a Rasmussen. Let me see if I can play it on here.
Saved messages. New message. What happened in Boston? That Nelson said no. Are we accepting no as an answer? These elections.
I also got a Wasserman and a brow bridge. But I know it's a German woman that's involved in this shit. She German Jewish, she an evil old bitch. Like I said, I had to get under Aphrodite or Thor, one of the white pantheons, who proved instrumental in trying to help my ass out as much as possible. That voodoo and Santeria shit never sat well with me. I never respected it. I'm not going to lie. You know, in one of my past lives, the one that still has a strong influence to this day, the other one was Vietnamese, and that's strong. That's why I have the temperament in which I do. I'm not, you know, like really confrontational. The Swedish one is very strong. That's why I have an attraction for white men. I was a Swedish settler to the United States, journeying to Oklahoma. And that family, I did a blog article talking about it years ago. Actually came to help me out at the onset of this curse, them, along with the Egyptian gods and goddesses. But I can punch her in the fucking face. I've seen how she looks. She was actually taking care of my little brother. I remember this curse first starting going back to 2014, 2015. where I started seeing like giant fucking cockroaches and shit. And I was told that's my future father. That's my dad in the future, Napoleon Williams. Let me show you his picture. And even just recently, I kept seeing, going back then, a blonde-haired woman who would devolve into like, she would be oozing what I call the primordial darkness. Now I'm going to tell you what's going on with me. This motherfucker fixed it. I was even shown that he was putting entity attachments in that timeline to not only pull my parents out their bodies, Billy Baille, Bear and Samedi, that is, working with Alex Nascimento, this bald-head motherfucker right here. Billy Baille, I was shown that he took him out. Not only did he take my parents out their bodies, deliberately to set the stage out of envy. That's why I don't fuck with that Santeria voodoo shit. I'll fuck with a Dora. I'll fuck with an Aphrodite. You know, I don't know about Zeus. Any day over them little nigga ass petty gods. Because they get envious. They're too close and connected to the spirit realm, and many of them are fucking demons. Goddess Kali, for instance, was helping my ass out. Santa Worthy, and they tried to turn me against her by putting entity attachments. Billy Baille, after he had destroyed my soul consciousness, reducing me down to being almost unphysical in the spirit plane, had Alex Nascimento, a very evil spirit. Again, his higher self is the devil himself. It's Simon Laban. He had him place entity attachments in me to make me hate Mexicans. That's why you were getting all this Heil Hitler, all this bullshit. They were even placing me. Like if you've ever seen that film, The Butterfly Effect, within your consciousness lives your timelines. So, with that being said, that's how your boy, the main character, Ashton Kutcher, was able to jump from timeline to timeline. You can use 715 hertz, 735 hertz to be able to do that. As well as, there's another hertz that you can use. Let me see what it is.